popcorn ceiling. Here you can see the popcorn ceiling is damaged. We're going to be protecting the chandelier at its base where it meets the ceiling using a piece of plastic and some painter's tape. I'm going to be scraping away just the stuff that's really the closest to the mount before I put the tape on, so that there's none of that left over after we're done. You can see it's just a little bit right around the base where it meets the ceiling. Here we'll grab the bag and start protecting the chandelier. Now you can see here where I have some help. It's nice to have some help. If you see that every once in a while I throw a sunshine in there, it's just protecting his identity for him. I'm going to go ahead and start speeding it up. Get it as close to the ceiling as you can with the tape. Get full coverage on it, all the way around. This will reduce any cleanup you have to do later, so it's always good to do the prep work. Now for some floor protection, you'll be able to collect any and all things that come off of the ceiling that I'm going to be scraping away. Here we're just sealing it up all the way down. You can just use regular water. Warm water helps. If it's a little difficult to scrape, just get warm water instead of regular water. A little bit of soap in there doesn't hurt anything. Spray the area you're going to be scraping as you go. You'll see how easy it is to scrape off. This ceiling was damaged with water damage previously, so that stuff just comes right off. Now here you can see all the way around. So there are these hangers in the ceiling, little plastic hangers. Try to remove those. We're going to be filling those up with mud. For those that don't understand mud, I mean drywall mud or plaster. Some of these were a little difficult to take out, so I grabbed a knife and just kind of forced them to come out. Again, as you go. The cap fell off of the spray bottle. Cheap product from the dollar store. Be liberal with the water in the areas you're working in. It's coming off the ceiling anyways. It just helps to loosen it up from the drywall itself. You want to scrape away roughly 2 feet from the affected area so that you can get rid of any and all loose popcorn. You also kind of want to scrape about 2 to 3 inches, not all the way to the drywall. Just kind of scrape away the excess popcorn on the outer rim of when you're done scraping about 2 feet away. So you'll see there's going to be a little bit of a space between the drywall and where the popcorn starts, and I'm starting to scrape away just the popcorn. What this helps is it helps with the transition, and it doesn't look quite so obvious that that area was new versus the old kind of just transitioning back in. Here you can see me using the back of the drywall knife. It's got a little bit of a rounded edge. The reason that is you're pushing it in. We're going to be filling those holes up with mud, drywall mud, and you don't want any of the paper from the drywall to be sticking out. Right here I'm just using DAP, fast drying. It's a little lighter, a little hard to work with because it doesn't stick to your drywall knife quite as easily, but it dries very quickly. I'd say 15-20 minutes it's ready to work with. Just fill the holes in, try to get a bit of that product in there, make sure there's no air gaps, and try to get it as flat as you can. You're not going to really have to sand a whole lot because it's going to be covered up with the spray. The key here is you don't want any ridges. Ridges will show off like a sore thumb. Try to make sure that thing's closed if you don't want it to dry out. It'll last you pretty long as you take care of it properly. So here you see me scraping away a little bit more of that popcorn and leaving some of the white exposed. Just seeing if there's any more loose debris that can just come off like you just saw. And you're kind of just creating a gradual decline from the popcorn to the bare drywall. Here I'm just coming back and again just scraping a little bit over the edges. Take your time with this. It'll be worth it later. You can use your hand to kind of feel the transition, make sure there's no exposed, rough edges, I should say. So I just threw some primer up there so that this time around the popcorn has something to bite onto. And this in my hand is the popcorn spray. So you're going to see me make a mistake. Here in the beginning, I'm way too close to the ceiling and it starts to like glop everywhere, but that's okay. This stuff is knock downable. You'll see me take down any big glops or gloops, whatever, with my fingers and just like put it right there. Another mistake you'll see I'm making is that because I'm too close, I'm kind of spraying it sporadic, which does help. You can do that at first, but you want to do it from a further distance. You'll see that I'll get down off the ladder and start doing it from a distance with a continuous spray, sweeping back and forth in a moment. That's really more the proper way to do this. What I'm doing here works, but you have to do a bit more cleanup. So here you'll see me get down and sort of keep doing the little sprays, which again they do work if you just make sure you knock down those big areas that kind of got all glopped together. So here you see me spraying more continuously and walking around as I do it, trying to blend it into the existing popcorn is key. Try to go into the existing popcorn maybe a few inches and get full coverage in the areas that you are repairing. Remember, later you can knock a lot of this stuff down. That's pretty much it. I feel that I'm good with the amount that I applied there, and I'm going to give it some time to set up before I come back and start spraying it with Upshot Kills, Kills. It's a product that primes and seals the mud. This is just drywall mud that's watered down with little chunks in it. I'm using the light to make sure. Sometimes turning the light off can expose things that you otherwise couldn't see. I'm also about to start spraying it with Kills, and I do want to see what I'm doing. The light is too bright, it's too close, and it doesn't let me see well. You can see here I shook up the bottle previously, and as I go I'm shaking it. And I'm not keeping it in one spot for too long. I am moving as I spray. Do not keep it in one spot, it'll drip everywhere. Continuous spray, just keep moving all the way around. Try to get the same spots from different angles if possible, so that you can get coverage all the way around. And that's it. See, somebody else did a drywall ceiling repair back there. You can see the rectangle. And there we have it. And now again, I'm just checking for little imperfections. Remember to like and subscribe and throw your comments into the comment section if you have any questions. And I will try to get back to you guys.